Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Sunday. I am Mrs. Pixel. Thank you for stopping in at my channel. Today we are starting a new canvas. This is like a silhouette of Tinkerbell and the pirate ship up in the corner. So we're going to kit up first because I know a lot of people like watching the kit ups, and then we will start actually putting some stuff down. So let's get some music going first. Okay. All right. I will say I did cheat just a little bit. I went ahead and already made the tags for the trays because my hands shake so much sometimes. I wanted to get them while I was read my own handwriting. So I already did that. So we're just going to put them on the trays and then we'll start loading up the drills into them. So how is everybody today? It is a beautiful day here. The weather has been lovely for a change. Dry, not raining, sun shining, flowers blooming, you know. Nice enough for us to be able to get some yard work done finally. Oh, and I remembered to bring down a trash can. Yay! I'm always forgetting to do that one. Let me see. Put these a little bit more in order. I kind of just wrote these on there. I probably should have done them in a little bit more order, but that's neither here nor there. Wasn't quite sure how I was doing them when I wrote them down. I just kind of started writing them. And I was like, I probably should put these in a little bit of order so I don't get the numbers mixed up. Hi, Greg. How are you? Let's see. There's more to see. O B. Oh, just go where you're supposed to go. Okay, we left. I couldn't decide what to do, and I have some canvases on order that I really want to do on here, but unfortunately, shipping is taking forever. So, you know, can only do what we can do. But I think once they get here, you guys will really enjoy them. I was trying to find something that did a lot more color blocking so I can try to get through the canvas a little faster. I think 6 parts might be a little much for a canvas. Want to try to knock it down to 4, but we will see. And shocking, look how many, all this is just black. This is all just drill number 1. Crazy, right? Which is letter B. So I did bring down, I kept the labels for the containers from the last painting we did, so I don't have to make new labels for them. I think we're going to have to definitely do this for at least for this letter for sure. Hopefully not too many of the other ones, but we'll see. Let's see. Come on. There we go. I'm just going to set this aside for right now, just in case I need a little bit more, which I may. And we're going to set the remaining drills just like up here, so that way we can grab them when we run out. I have a feeling at some point here, and it may be even very shortly as we get started on this, I may move the letter B to the large tray. I almost feel like I should do that now, just because there's going to be a lot, obviously, of black, and it'll be easier to cover, to get, larger selections of drills. So you know what, let's just do that now before. I don't use the big trays that often, but with color blocking like this, it makes more sense too. Yeah, so we'll do this one. That'll make grabbing large sections a little bit easier. Let's see. Okay, A is number 4. F is number 5. It looks like that was that one. All right, that tray is done. I'm going to set that one up there like that. If I don't drop the drills all over the place. And they're going everywhere already. For you. I think that one goes in there. All right, 7 is J, so let's flip this around. S's 9. I mean, I'm sure you guys don't want to hear me say all of these, but I'm just kind of more talking to myself, I think, at this point. I think we're just at the limit before I would have to put this into another container, so it should be okay. Anything past the halfway line on the package, past this line right here, I tend to divide in between the tray and the little containers because it's usually too much for the container. I mean, too much for the tray. Thank you for the subscription, Hiking Jules. How are you? This is so fun. And we got a random blue one. Where did that come from? Let's start over. All right, that tray is done. Ooh, and those just went flying. Did you see that? I hate when that happens. Staticky drills. It didn't seem that bad when they came out of the container, out of the packaging, but geez, did they go flying. Good thing there wasn't anything in these. Easy cleanup. Except I found another purple one from the last one. It's amazing how many drills you find just randomly all over the place. And you'd be like, I haven't had that color in like 2 canvases. Pull that a little closer. All right, where were we? 13. Okay, so 14 is, which is W, is definitely going to be one that we have to put in a container. It's going to be too large for the tray alone. So 14 is W. That, yeah, I can't write. That is just my system, by the way, of judging how much will fit in the trays and how much won't. I mean, there's no actual written amount or like no suggested amount. It's just what you're comfortable with. But sometimes I just feel like if you put too many in here, you're not going to be able to pick, you won't have the room to try to pick them up unless you're doing out of each one of them in. Thank you, RGA Shane. How are you? don't remember what I was saying. Yeah, it's just my personal opinion of how I want to do it. What I've seen works and doesn't work in the past. N W. We better not be missing a color. I'm gonna flip. Oh, yeah, I threw them away. My bad. I about freaked out for a minute. I was like, what? Don't tell me that. I do not want to have to kit this down and start a whole new one because it's missing drills. That was my bad. I gave myself a slight heart attack there. Let's see. I think we're just right at the max. We're going to go ahead and try it. I mean, the worst comes to worst. If I feel like the tray is overfull, we just take a spoon and like, there's little spoons that you can use to scoop out the drills and put them in containers. It's a little bit of a pain, but it's not anything horrible. I've had to do it in the past because I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough room, but I really did give myself a heart attack there. Oh my gosh, I really did think that I was missing drills. Oh my gosh. That one's definitely going to need one. And lucky for me, I already have one from... Actually, I believe I had the white drills in it last time too. So, happy coincidence? That's not all white. I don't know. Maybe they will all fit in here. Yeah. They seem like there's more in there. Okay. Well, we don't need that then. Works for me. Noticing a few in here that do not belong. And that happens sometimes, like a random blue one. And that just went flying. I'm sure I'll find it somewhere. I am dropping everything tonight. Look at me, I'm all thumbs. Found another one. Sometimes it's easier just to do that. Okay. All right. So I decided after much deliberation that I was going to do a glittery gold washi tape border on this one. My green that I have, I wished it was a little more like yellow green. It would go so much better with this canvas, but it's more of a blue green and it kind of did not look that great. So we opted for gold glitter. So yeah, this will be fun because I've never used gold glitter washi tape before. It doesn't feel like it's like comes off, at least so far. So like I keep going like this just to make sure we're not going to get any fallout from the glitter onto the canvas, but so far so good. So I guess we'll give it a whirl and see what happens. You're doing good tonight, Jean? That's good. Doing anything fun or just hanging out? Can you believe the weekend's over already? I sure can't. Ooh, my, this is interesting. I did try to get some of the folds out earlier too. Unfortunately, they don't always come out right away. It takes a little bit, and sometimes even working fully on the canvas, they don't come out. It's weird. Da, 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 da. Honestly, I feel like this is the most tedious part of actually doing a canvas. Is trying to put the border on, keep it straight, not making more air bubbles than necessary. But that's just me. In the beginning, when I first started doing canvases and I did them with washi tape, I just kind of put it around. I didn't even care what it looked like. And as time has gone on, I'm like, you know, honestly, the washi tape can help make the canvas look even more pretty if you take the time to put a nice one around it as well. So that's what I tried to do now. I'm not always the best at, you know, because you gotta eyeball it a little bit. Try to make it, you know, a little bit nice. I think you can really emphasize the painting. Like, I actually really like the way the gold is working on this one. I wished I had, though, I really do wish I had a green and like a green yellow type iridescent one, but I don't. I'm sure that would have looked even better, but you gotta go with what you can find, right? Yeah, good enough. A little tiny bit of it. Yeah, from what I can see, no glitter on the hand, so that's really good, because that's the last thing we want is glitter on the hands. Excuse me there. So my plan is to basically divide this into 4 sections instead of going small section by small section like I did the last time. And I'm just going to eyeball this, and we're going to work one large section at a time. But instead of pulling the plastic fully down, we're only going to pull it down as far as we can use the stencil on, because otherwise the stencil will stick And while you can get it up, it's a little bit more difficult. It would just be easier to do that. Either that, or we can divide it in 4s and then measure with the stencil and divide that off. That's a way of doing it, maybe. I just don't want the stencil to stick to the canvas. I think we're going to try that. This is an experiment, guys. Yes, and my mini washi tape here is little pineapples. It's really cute. It's white with little pineapples. I really do like the thin ones for these. They don't take up as much as this does on a canvas, so it makes it a lot easier to use. All right, I'm going to turn this way for a minute here. And I think we're going to go somewhere. Let's go about there. We'll say that's the middle. It probably isn't, but yeah, it totally isn't, but that's all right. I'm not about to make out, bust out a ruler and measure it and all that good stuff. All right, what we think is about the middle here. Somewhere, I'm going to say somewhere in here. Let's say, we'll go with right here. I don't know if that's actually the middle or not, but we're going to pretend like it is. Okay. All right. To measure this side, I'm going to turn this again. So I'm going to go ahead and take my stencil and I'm going to measure the stencil, and we'll just go ahead and mark off those areas so we know how many sections are in this one great big area and where the stencil will stop, so we don't have to mess around with the plastic too terribly much. So actually, I think I'm going to make a little dot because there's so many bees. I love that pen. I have no idea where I got that pen at. It's like a thin, like felt tip, but it doesn't seem to smear. It seems to write on whatever I need it to write on. And like I said, because we aren't fully measuring, this is obviously a smaller section. Hello, Just a Gamer Nerd. How are you? How's your weekend going? All right. We're going to go with that. What do you guys think? Not terrible. Sadly, getting way too close to the end of it. Yes, unfortunately. Um, I know there's a lot of businesses and everything are closed. Schools closed, everything tomorrow because we're having a solar eclipse. I don't get it off. I still have to work, so. All right. Clearly, this is only 2 colors, so hopefully we can just knock this out fast as can be because of here. I take it back. It looks like there's 3 colors on that one. So I gotta say, I fully enjoyed the music the other night. Just a game nerd. It was a lot of fun to go on your channel and watch some of that music. I have actually never heard some of those songs, so it was really cool. Are you straight? Yep, I think so. All right, good enough. Where's my wax? Okay, so I busted out the big bag of wax today. I figure we're going to probably need to use the bigger placer, so we're going to need bigger size wax. So we got the bigger wax. Glad you had fun. Yeah, I woke up and saw you guys went live. Oh, I was so mad that I fell asleep so early. You know, when you're tired, you're tired. It happens. Nothing wrong with that. I felt bad we started late, so we missed some of you guys. Army Mike only just barely made the last hour because he woke up. It was a sleepy kind of weekend. I really do feel like it was. If I could have slept longer, I probably would have, but I had trouble actually falling asleep last night. Oh, go figure. All right. This honestly looks like, I said, like BW. I think I thought I saw a D in here somewhere. But it's really looking like there's only like 2 colors on this one right now. Which is cool. So obviously we're going to go start with the W because they're just kind of all over the place. And then we can do the color blocking with the B's later, or next. Oh, and I threw away my little guy. Oh well, just use my finger for right now. Ah, my hand was sticking. So I couldn't decide what to do, like I said earlier. I thought I'd do something with a little bit of color blocking so we can kind of experiment with going a little bit faster. Um, I do have a couple of canvases that I ordered that unfortunately the shipping takes forever, but I think you guys will really like them once they come in. Um, and those are all three of those are going to be done on stream. So it won't give you too many hints about what they are, but they were really nice. And it took me a while to find these. Or I should say to find something I really actually liked. Because a lot of them were just, there's a lot of like, I don't want to say cheesy canvases out there, but there are. But there's also a lot of canvases that are a great picture, but way too small. And the detail will not transfer. So I don't care how cool the picture is. If it's too small, forget it. You're not going to be able to tell what it is anyway. And I really don't terribly like doing super small ones unless it's a very clear image. You don't want anything with a lot of detail. Like I swear, this is the top right corner is always like the hardest because it's the furthest away. But yeah, I had a heck of a time trying to decide what to do. I thought, well, I'll do this one. And we'll see if they come in. Ah! Weekend went really fast, like normal. I'm trying to think of what we did yesterday. What did we do yesterday? Gosh, like the day. Oh, I know what we did. Unbreakable helped me make all of my stuff for all the little emotes. That was fun. I could not do this without him, trust me. He's amazing at all this stuff. And really watched a little TV and that was it. I mean, like the day went by so fast. It blinked and it was over. I'm just going to be patient and wait for Mega Man Diamond Art. I will tell you that is the one I have not been able to find yet. I have looked everywhere for one of those, but worst comes to worst, I can maybe see if they'll do a special order and do a custom. I don't know because it's a licensed character if I can do that or not, but might be able to, so we'll just have to see. I'm gonna just save this one. Yeah, look at all my fun emotes. Aren't they cute? I love Snoopy, so you know. But however, you are on the right track. They overlap. Yeah, they are overlapping, aren't they? See, what's nice about the bigger trays is that you can do great big rows and great big stuff, so it's a lot easier. I do have my 10 which I may bust out once we get over here. So I had like 3 of my aunts swear they thought I looked like Woody Harrelson. Really? Did you do your hair different or something? Or like, what? I do like color blocking sometimes. It is nice to just like bust right through it. But confetti is nice too, which our last canvas, just FYI, is what is considered confetti. When you have a lot of colors you have to change all the time, that is considered a confetti canvas. A canvas like this is more of a um, block color canvas because we have such big sections of basically the same color. Just thought I'd let you know that. Well, I shaved my head pretty short and it kind of looks like his hair. Oh, wow. Why'd you cut it so short, or do you normally cut it that short? And that is green. That does not belong in there. Come here. There we go. Oh, gotcha. Nothing wrong with that. Shaving your head's fine. Yeah, I have not revamped my playlist yet, guys, so I gotta work on that. That's the one thing I kind of forgot about. Remembered everything else this time around. I got my trash can, all that good stuff. Then we got into this other discussion about how old he is. I'm adopted and was born in 1980. How old is Woody Harrelson? Seriously, I have no idea. I mean, I remember watching him on Cheers, and that was in the 80s. But I don't know how old he was on there. I mean, I think he was really young. You got some people that just age so gracefully, and other people that looks like they got hit by a truck. I hope to be one of those age gracefully people. I'd say I have one thing going for me that most people my age don't, is my age group was real big on sun tanning and going on the tanning beds and all that stuff. And I was the one who was like, no, I'm not going out into the sun. I wore sunscreen and everything like every day of my life. I still do. So I think that's helped a lot. But I was never real big into being tan. Maybe he made a trip through Omaha, Nebraska in 1979 and hooked up. Hey, you never know. Anything is possible. This is going quite well. I'm very pleased so far. I don't want to jinx it, but It would be crazy. I mean, I don't know how you would find out if you ever wanted to try to find out. Mm, it would be crazy though. Get his room and steal hair, right? It reminds me of that. All the DNA stuff reminds me of that movie with, oh my gosh, it's an older movie with Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman, and like everything was like done by DNA, and like they could tell who your perfect match was and everything like that. I mean, gosh, I can't remember what that name of that movie was. I always knew, Woody. You owe me $1 million for every year you did not spend. That's funny. I just couldn't imagine. Like, if you find out your parent is a celebrity, like, wait, what? I had a buddy in high school that really wanted me to find out. I was like, meh. Yeah, I can't say I blame you. Sometimes it's like, does it really matter? My brother found his real mom, and it was not a great thing. Yeah, I could see that. I have several cousins who are adopted, and yeah, I think I don't want to say they're all better for not knowing their mother, except two of them that actually are half siblings. Um, pretty much are just like their biological mother. But my cousin, the first one that was adopted, he's like, I never want to know. He said, this is my family. I don't care. So I guess to everybody's, you know, their own personal choice. It got weird. I should say birth mom. I consider my mom my real mom. Yeah, exactly. Right. 100%. Like, I think you have to earn the title of mother in that sense, or father in that sense. Wow, this is like going pretty quick. This, or at least I think it is. I don't know. I'm almost at an hour already. It doesn't feel like it. I have no sense of time today. No sense whatsoever. Let's see. Just kind of randomly going in through here with the sixes and I actually think I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of this to this container because like we're blowing through this pretty fast. I may not even use container for the rest of these. I'll just keep emptying them into the tray instead. So I saw that Walmart has the strawberry shortcake dolls in. Finally! I'm like, I'm gonna have to go get me some of them. I always wanted to have that whole collection when I was little, and I never did. I'm like, I need it. It's a must. And I'm not really one for buying toys, but I mean, there's just some things you have to have from your childhood. I'm sorry. And for me, that's one of them. I wouldn't even say I'm the biggest strawberry shortcake collector in the world. I'm not the super fan or anything like that. I just always wanted all those dolls. I don't know why. And I also heard that I think Rainbow Bright is coming back out. They're re-releasing her. Who else? There was something else coming back out that I was like ecstatic about. And I know that these are more on the girl side of toys, but they were still like my childhood retro for it would be retro in that sense. Female retro. Because I don't have any of my toys left from when I was younger. Like, it'd be nice to have some, even if they are like re-releases. I think it'd be kind of cool to have those dolls. I just wonder if they still smell as good as the originals did. Because the originals smelled so good. All right, we're going to jump over to a 5. I want G.I. Joe's back. Yeah, I mean, like, why can't they re-release some of those good nostalgic toys? I mean, it's not like they wouldn't make a sale on them, because I can tell you they would. Our generation, we're all about buying toys. We don't care how old we are. We're very nostalgic. I saw a commercial the other day on this things from the 80s, 80s. Those toys would cost like $50 each now. Yeah, exactly. About how they had toyed around with, and I think I mean, it never came to fruition about, but it was a commercial for that Bonkers candy. Do you remember those? Somebody said that I read something about somebody bought the company and they were talking about re-releasing them, but it never happened because I don't know. They say because COVID hit. I don't think COVID has anything to do with making candy, but you know, that was just their excuse. But I was like, how awesome would that be if they had Bonkers again? I loved Bonkers. They were so good. I can remember loving them. Thought they were like the best candy. And for some reason, I want to say grape was my favorite, even though I know that's weird. I want to say that I liked grape the most. Maybe it was strawberry. I don't know. Well, I think I liked both, to be honest with you. There's just so much fun stuff I wish they would bring back. I mean, my daughters, they're not that old, but they collected, I'm thinking I was a watermelon bonkers. That could be. I want to say it was grape, but it might have been. I'm going with grape. I think it was grape that I liked. I just can't quite remember now, but I remember them being really, really good. And then somebody said, oh, they're the same as high chews. I was like, no, they're not. They were nowhere near the same as high chews. What are you talking about? Orange here, everything orange. Yeah, definitely. I see there was a chocolate, but I don't remember. I don't think I ever ate the chocolate one. I think the idea kind of grossed me out because I felt like it should have just been a fruit flavor. Yeah, yeah. I think this commercial was the older lady standing outside and like her husband on the porch, and then like the fruit falls on him on the porch, and like she's complaining about the kids eating these candies nowadays. Like I remember seeing I remember the commercial when it actually aired, but I hadn't actually seen it in a while. It was kind of fun. Through the Loom and Bonkers had the same marketing company. You know what? That kind of makes sense because I feel like they were like the same fruit from that they used in each of the commercials. I have no idea. Companies were so secretive about what they own. Like, I could never figure that out. But I mean, how great would that be if they brought some of that old candy back? Miss that stuff. I'm just kind of like, I want some fun stuff that I can play with. I'm kind of bored with like some of the stuff they have nowadays. They both had, yes, they both had big grapes. Yeah, no, there's a lot of cool things that I think we had. I still do. I mean, I say that all the time, but it's really true. I think us 80s, 90s kids were like the best. I'm not biased at all, not at all. But oh, I was getting back to it's my daughters. They collected Monster High dolls. And they had a huge collection of them. And I mean, yeah, it's been a little bit since they've been out, but they already started re-releasing the first generations of those again. I don't know if they're just running out of ideas for toys or what. Like, I don't get it. So I wonder, like, they have the dolls that the legs were still like held on with elastic, an elastic band. They didn't. The original dolls did not have like the plastic to like the plastic sockets for the legs. The legs were just held on by this elastic band that went through the body. So naturally, they broke a lot, and a couple of theirs did break, and we had to contact the company, and they sent us replacement ones. But it's like unbelievable how things like they re-release things. They have no new ideas. And I'm really rambling tonight, so sorry about that. My mind is like bouncing all over the place. I can't even get my thoughts to stay together. This is definitely... Sometimes I really do just like doing the color blocking because, I mean, it goes so fast. All right, one more on this. I'm going to turn this here canvas. It's easier for me if I turn it. Let's try to take this thing off. Oh, yeah. My goodness, some of that stuff. I'll be honest, I think the biggest thing I miss, not so much candy wise, but still in the snack food section, is I loved pudding pops. And I know they had them for a while. They had brought them back for a little bit, but they didn't taste the same. They weren't like the ones we had when we were younger. Even a pack like right now. Right now. If I was a genie, I'd say sure. That's true. We haven't been to Sweeties in a while. That place is awesome. It is the biggest candy store in the world. And it's really cool because, I mean, they've got so much candy, and then they've got, oh my gosh, I don't even know how many flavors of soda they've got. Yeah, I know we should do that before too much longer here because it's something we haven't done in a while. Um, so after you go shopping for all the gazillions of candy that you want to buy, which is really nice because it like even like you can even just pick the color of things that you like. So like Mike and I, say you only like the green ones, you can just get a bag and fill it with nothing but the green Mike and Ike's or the red ones, and they do the same thing with like the Jelly Bellies, and it's just like really cool. They have, oh my gosh, I don't even know how many flavors of soda they have, and they have a sweet shop, like a soda shop, attached to it where you can get ice cream sundaes and, you know, floats and stuff like that. And then outside of that, they have like a mini golf course that is all candy themed. It's actually a really cute little setup. I mean, you can go to a candy store for the day and just have a blast. And it's so big that, I mean, it's like a warehouse basically full of candy. It's been a little bit since we've been to one, been up there. But if you ever find yourself in Cleveland, I suggest checking it out. Yeah, you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You ripped. There we go. Come on. And I don't mean that for the song, I mean that for this. We have to have a little color in this one. Let's see. We'll start with this tray, and I'm going to put it down here since we're working up here. Actually, I'll put it off to the side. Okay, did I lose my wax somewhere? Yep. Time spent. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I'm just really not looking forward to work tomorrow. I don't think anybody looks forward to work. But because it's starting to slow down slightly, it's makes the day go so much slower. I guess this does have a little bit of static to it. Not terrible, though. They are sticking to the sides slightly. And that makes you larger. That makes Okay, we're going from one Backstreet Boy into the next. Okay, then. That's all right. So, isn't WrestleMania on tonight? Anybody gonna watch WrestleMania tonight? I haven't watched that in ages. I just know it's a big deal. Oh, part two. Okay, it's 2 parts now. Jeez. God, I wonder how expensive those tickets are. That would be an expensive trip because then you're gonna have to pay for a hotel overnight and everything. Wow, that would be, yeah, pricey. Like a fun-filled weekend, but still. Of course, these are going to be ones I can't see because they look like H's. Is that E or an F? I already did the F's. That's right. Okay. Ah, I was scaring myself for a second, thinking that I was doing the wrong color. Yeah, because the F's have the black lettering. Okay. All right, we're good. We're good. I don't need to have to redo this whole canvas. So I was going to go on a rant about 911 this week, but it's so bad I don't even know if it's worth it. It's just so horrible anymore. I'm just like I think I'm over it. I really do. It's just getting too extreme, and it's just beyond ridiculous. Some of these so-called problems or emergency calls that they're doing it just I the writers really need to come up with something else because this is not working. I think them jumping networks was probably not a good idea. They're trying too hard. It's just I don't know. It's just horrible. They probably just should have canceled the show, honestly, for as bad as it is now. Oh, I missed another E. Those E's are a little hard to see. They kind of blend in a little bit. We plan on having an actual fixed schedule for my streaming. So we're working that out, and we're going to, it'll be posted so that way you guys can know when I'm actually going to stream instead of surprise streams like this, like surprise, hello, here I am. But Sundays are most likely going to be one of my days. So that's an S. I guess if it looks like a 5, it's probably an S. I love you. I think in my head earlier I had a whole list of topics I was going to talk about today, and I honestly don't remember what half of them are now. Just, I cannot think anymore. Yes. Yes. These are a little tricky, man. They're not as clear as I'd like them to be. I mean, they're okay, but they think they could have labeled them a little bit better. Oh, and I've officially cut myself off from buying any more canvases. I am not allowed. I have so many, I don't even know where to begin. So I said, no more. It's going to be hard. But I cannot buy any more canvases. And now that we're getting into like warmer weather and stuff like that, I probably won't be working on personal projects as much as I did during the winter, because we'll probably be taking that time to try to do actual, house projects that you can do during the warm time. So, I mean, I may do some of, on my own, like I said, my personal projects, but I really don't see me doing too terribly much of those. I really probably will only be doing what I do on stream until we get some of the stuff done that we want to do. Because you know how it is. Like, finally it starts getting warm. You got yard work to do. You've got, clean outs that you want to do. You're like, when did I accumulate all this crap? Usually over the winter, you're like, where the heck did all this stuff come from? I don't even think I have any J's, do I? No. So that kind of stuff. Trying to do a lot of decluttering. We did work on some of it over the weekend. Yeah, they do. The unfortunate necessity of having to work on your homes stinks, but yeah, we hope to um we got to get our basement decluttered and rearranged. There's a lot of stuff down here that we just don't use, don't need, it's just taking up space. So it needs to go away. And then there's a couple rooms we're hoping to get painted as well. Can I pay the Pisces to come to our house stuff? Well, if you do, let me know how much they're charging because I'd ask them to come do mine as well. Yeah, you know, all that fun, fantastic stuff that comes with summer months. So much to do in such a short amount of time. And I mean it, like seriously, how do we accumulate so much stuff over the course of the winter? Like, I don't get it. Like, where does it all come from? The pixels? Do you mean pixies or pixels? Because you're writing pixels, but do you mean pixies as in the little fairies? Oh, us. Duh. Yeah. Well, you know, depending on what you want it done. No, I'm kidding. I am not very good at house projects. I'm good at organizing. But I'm a bit of a sentimentalist, so I tend to keep. I'm a bit of a sentimentalist. I always end up keeping way more than I need to. I wouldn't say hoarder, but I've kind of gotten past that point. But I think there for a while, I maybe could have started calling me that. I have gotten rid of a lot of stuff since then. Like I kept, oh my gosh, it's horrible. I kept like everything from my kids when they went to school, like art projects, everything. I mean, like tons of stuff. And I've come to the realization that I do not have room for all this stuff. So what I've done is I've got one of those trunks, and I've created a trunk for each kid with the most, I would say, the most important stuff or the most memorable stuff to put in there. So that way it's all in one place. It's just like this, you know, just trunk you kept on the side, and it's like a little treasure chest of their whole life. I thought it was a really cute idea to do. So I had one similar that I put all my high school stuff in before I got rid of most of it. Because I was like, why am I holding on to all this? And then they can decide what they want to do with it later, or I'll save it for, I don't know what. Never know. But I have it like all organized, like little folders for this and for that. I'm horrible, man. Let me tell you. When I want to be organized, I am very, like, overly organized. But then I also have my organized chaos, as I call it, which is usually paperwork that I don't want to deal with, but I could tell you probably where everything is. But it's not in any order that anybody else could understand. And I found it there in you. Did we get them all? I feel like we did. Basic. Hey, I failed spelling almost every grade. I tell you, thank God they came up with spell check. I'd be in so much trouble nowadays if they didn't. I am horrible at it. To this day, I'm still like, how do you spell this? How do you spell that? Because I am just god awful horrible at spelling. Needless to say, I was the first to sit down almost in almost every spelling bee we did in school. So, and honestly, I was glad to just be over and done with it because I could just sit there and do nothing for the rest of the class while everybody else is spelling away. I'm like, okay, I'm done. Now what? I hated standing those stupid lines to do stuff for the spelling bee. It's like, I think they should have made you like volunteers. Like, do you want to do the spelling bee? Well, if you want to do the spelling bee, then, go up there. You can do the spelling bee. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they do. I just saw something. Where did it go? I don't know. I'll have to come back to it. Oh no. I think I may have boo boo. Did I? Oh, I sure did. Son of a biscuit. My. I put the D's in the O's. My bad. Look at that. At least there weren't that many of these. Guess I didn't mark this tray as well as I should have. You can see what happens when you make a boo-boo. You can just easily take tweezers and bring them back up. It's easier even without the stencil, but it's a pain in the butt to take the stencil off and then try to put it back on and get everything to be relined up. So it's just easier to take it off. I would say I can't believe I did that, but I am not shocked. It was bound to happen sooner or later. I'm glad it was just a small amount. And I know. And I caught it before I went too far. All right, that's supposed to stay there. This one's supposed to come up. Okay. Well, we will. You know what? I don't think we ever tried to play Operation. That would be kind of fun. But I would say, yeah, probably. Mostly because I got little fingers. Yes, you can. I actually bought that game for my nephew for Christmas this year. Because he has trouble with motor skills. So they said that is that's a good game to help work his motor skills. You know, a game I couldn't stand was, what was that one game? You do. It's possible, yeah. You can. That game made me mad. And what was the other game? Was it Perfection? The one with the timer? You got to hurry up and put all the shapes in before the timer goes off and they all go bloop up in the air. I hated that game. That thing drove me nuts. There's no way I could do that. It's horrible at that game. That game gave me anxiety at a young age. It's like they shouldn't be making games like this to make kids like freak out. That was one I just could never understand the reason they made a game like that. I mean, I get that it's funny, but it's like, I don't know. Yeah, the game that explodes. I like Don't Break the Ice and games. Yeah, so we have Don't Break the Ice. We used to play that a lot. My girls loved it. Um, my go-to game was Connect Four. I was the champ at Connect Four, at least against my girls. Never played against Unbreakable. I'm sure he'd kick my butt though. But I always thought that was just fun. It was just a simple game, you know. You go in this rhythm so fast, and that you kind of trick people. You're like, oh, they're so busy thinking about where they're going to put their piece, they don't realize where you've put yours. And I loved that. Ever play backgammon? That was actually a really fun game. Nobody ever talked about that one. No, I've never played backgammon. I've heard of it. I've never played it. I feel like my grandmother was going to teach us that at one point, and we never got around to it. She we used to play Uno a lot with her, and then dominoes and dice, and was it Chinese checkers, like those kinds of games. Just mostly Uno. That was like the best one that we played whenever we spent the night at our whenever I spent the night at my grandma's house, we would play. Yeah, it was. And I didn't think I would like dice and dominoes, but I actually really liked playing those. Now, if you ask me how to play them now, I would tell you I don't have a clue what the rules are anymore because it's been ages since I played them. But I remember really, really loving playing them. That's just like what's that other game? What Mahjong? Like I know that you can play it singly, but I've never seen how you play it in a group setting. Like I know that you can, but I've never actually seen it. Okay, I'm going to fix this right now because I couldn't read my own handwriting, and really thought that that was an O. I imagine you take turns. Maybe. Like, I'm not sure. I think it would be fun to try. I like playing Mahjong on my own. I was trying to think of other cool games. You know what was also fun growing up? We used to play was it Mousetrap? That was a fun one. Although half the time the cage didn't fall down the way it was supposed to, or the ball would get stuck. I bet the setup of the game of Mahjong would suck. Yeah, like the actual game pieces. Yeah, I could play Mahjong Solitaire all day. Actually, Mahjong though, actual Mahjong I don't know. The Solitaire, yes. I thoroughly enjoy playing the Solitaire one. I just know that you can do it in a group setting, and I'm just not sure how that works. Nope. Yep. There we go. It's R. Oh, Lord. These R's are going to blend right in with the B's. They should have made those a different color too, like the lettering. Dance, you know it, baby. This is crazy. They should not have made these the same color. There's only a gazillion colors in the world. You couldn't pick a different shade. That's okay. We'll get through it. And if I put one in the wrong spot, well, you know. Nobody has to know. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought. At least so far. Just have to concentrate. I would say most likely got them all. Most likely, no guarantees. There's that S I was looking for. I knew there was another one. I just couldn't figure out where it went. Get about me. I have a little bit of static going on with these. Not terrible. Could be better, could be worse. So apparently I was watching, one of the streamers on here who does diamond art as well was talking about this thing called alien putty that you can use instead of like wax. And I'm like, what the heck is this? I had to check it out. And I honestly really do not understand what it is. I mean, it seems like you take like the wax and, you know, what's that adhesive tape that you can buy? It's like clear and it's like thicker, and you know, you have to pull the plastic off the one side, you set it on, and then you pull the plastic off the other. I don't even remember what that's called. Like, supposedly you're supposed to mix the two of those together, and it's supposed to create, like, you have to cut it with scissors until like it's real fine, and it's supposed to make this kind of putty. I said, that sounds like a lot of work. So I was just like, and I really still don't understand how it could be that good for putting your drills on. I feel like there'd be too many air bubbles. And then somebody else said that you can make it by mixing your wax with just a small piece of regular putty. I'm like, I, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I mean, I would like something that would last a little bit longer than the wax does, but at the same time, like, that sounds like it'd be kind of difficult to work with. Like, I was looking at it and I'm like, how is that going to be easy? It just did not, I don't know, it just didn't look, I don't want to put it like, yeah, it looked like it'd be hard to deal with. It looked like it would be messy, like really messy. So, I don't know. I think I'll stick with my wax. But I mean, it would have been cool if I could have found like a good replacement that would last longer so I wouldn't have to constantly keep filling my pen. That's like my biggest complaint when it comes to doing most of these is I hate having to refill my pen all the time, but I also don't want to mess with some of that stuff. It's just doesn't work. It's even more frustrating. Stand a little, breathe in and get a bit higher. Ooh, I want you, I don't know if I need you. Ooh, I gotta find out. I'm really curious how tomorrow's going to go with this whole solar eclipse thing. I want to see how, wonder how many crazy people will be out there looking at the sun instead of driving correctly. Like, or how many people are going to be like, I don't need glasses. I can look at the sun. No, you can't, dude. You want to burn out your eyes? Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there will be some fun stories in the news tomorrow about it, at least locally. I don't know about nationally, but possibly since they're like, calling states of emergency and releasing the National Guard. I'm like, it's just a lot for a solar eclipse. Like, I don't get it. Yep, Audrey too needs to rev. Yeah, we were talking about that. I was like, we need to watch that now. I think we said we were gonna like maybe watch it. What was it, next weekend? I think because it's like a week after the solar eclipse. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like we get through the T's and we can start doing all of the color blocking B's. Mm-hmm. Oh, and in case you notice, yes, my ring, it spins. Oh, it's a like one of those fidget rings. That was kind of cool. Yeah, I thought it was cute. Yeah, since he says the eclipse being about a week ago in the song. Yeah, exactly. That was such a different and interesting movie. I mean, well, movie, musical, whatever you want to call it. I mean, both. Ugh. I really wish Rick Moranis would return to showbiz. There's so many parts I could have seen him being in that would have been really good. I mean, even with the like the Ghostbusters reboot, that would have it been awesome if he did like a cameo or something like that. But oh, hello, Papers, Paws, and Whiskers. Thank you for the raid and welcome, raiders. How was your stream? I know I was lurking for a little bit. Did it go good? Your canvas is coming along beautifully. Hello. Was your stream good? I'm doing really good. How are you doing? So, you can tell or not, I'll move this. Um, I'm doing good as well. Getting ready for Monday. Yeah, tell me about it. So this is my current project. We just started this canvas tonight. This is a silhouette of Tinkerbell. And you can see the pirate ship is up in the corner. And so it's a little bit different than just doing the princess, like a straight princess or something. I thought it was a little more unique. It is, it does have a lot of color blocking, so it's kind of nice too because, you know, we can go in there and really put some stuff down, you know, get some drills laid pretty good. But well, thank you. I tend to not do as big of I don't do really huge canvases. 30 by 40 is about as far as I'll go most of the time. I just think it's like the perfect size for me because about the time I finish a 30 by 40, I'm ready to try something new. So I've never tried the really large canvases. I just kind of stick with the simpler ones. But thank you for that. Is your first big canvas? Well, you picked a really beautiful one too. To do it's your first canvas. I mean, come on, drills. Work with me. There we go. Yeah, and I tend to do round drills too, so I like square drills and all, but like I tend to do round. I was sitting in my closet for a bit while I finished my last one. Yeah, sometimes you just don't have time to do them, you know? I try to always be working on one, but I don't always have time. I am a slow diamond painter. I wouldn't say I'm slow, but I'm, oh, what's the word? OCD? I am really, really picky about how straight um my drills are, and I myself cannot make the drills straight on my own. Um, it's not real evidable. It's a little bit evidable, but my hands actually they shake. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't. I have a medication that I take, and unfortunately, one of the side effects is shakiness. So I use one of the stencils. So that's how I do my paintings, and while it can be a bit of a pain, I don't think I would ever go back. This is like, oh my gosh, I don't know, at least, yeah, I would say probably somewhere in that vicinity. And those are just the ones that I still have, not the ones that I did and gave away as gifts. So, but so yeah, this is what we're doing. This is the new one where I'm waiting on a couple canvases that I'm really excited to do, but they won't be in for a little bit yet. So I thought we'd do one with a little more color blocking to try and go quickly. I completely understand. I have diabetes, and sometimes my sugar goes low while diamond painting, and I get very shaky, and sometimes I have to go back and fix them. Yeah, so you get what I'm saying. Like, it's just sometimes it's like, it's very frustrating because you can make them straight, but you can't make them straight. So I just decided that this was the best route for me. Now, you can't do this with square drills. Yeah, you can't control it. I know it's frustrating. You're like, why are you shaking so bad? Stop it. Unfortunately, the stencil for square drills is stupid and does not work, and I don't know anybody who can figure it out. So I have one, but I'm like, nope, I'm better off doing square on my own if I do a square one. I get the shakes all the time. Not sure what it is, but often my wife is like, "Why are your hands shaking?" Yeah, it stinks, right? Just like, why? It's frustrating when your hands shake. I know why my hands shake, but unfortunately, there's not much I can do about it. It's just an unfortunate side effect. But, you know, I am like, I think I'm just weird. Nah, not you. Not at all, just a game nerd. You're not weird. Not at all. We're all weird. Don't you know that? We all have our eccentricities. That's what makes us us. Oh, geez, I'm just dropping stuff left and right today. I will be lurking for a few minutes, just going to clean up from stream and I'll be... Okay. Thank you for lurking and thank you for the raid. I think we're going to have to open another packet here. I feel like we are getting a little low. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it looks like it's getting a little low here. We might have to open another one a little more sooner than I thought we are. My nerds look at me. They do, though. Hello, House of Miscellanea. Paper's Paws and Whiskers did a raid, and she raided my stream, so that's how you came over to me. So now you are on my stream. Yeah. How are you tonight? I know I saw your canvas the other day you were working on. Oh my gosh, that thing is huge, but it is beautiful. I mean, absolutely beautiful. I have never done a canvas that big, but I usually just stick to the simple small ones because I feel like ready to change to something else by the time I'm done with a 30 by 40. I'll be lurking for a bit. I'm editing an early look for Diamond Art Club for my YouTube, which comes out tomorrow. Yeah, that was a grand. Yes, that's exactly what it was. It was so pretty. Yes, it was beautiful. Beautiful canvas. Well, thank you for the lurk and surprise that you came over to me. Yeah, raids are kind of fun. It's been pretty awesome so far. Like, just meeting new people all around through Twitch has been great. And I thought people that played Super Mario Brothers were nerds. So many fun nerd things. Absolutely. Absolutely just game nerd. There's so much fun stuff to do out there. I am not great at playing video games, especially like Super Mario. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't do it. I've tried. It was a huge disaster. I basically played the first level, failed every time, and said, okay, I'm done. The only Mario stuff I think of that I play is I like Mario Party. Does that count? I've always loved the Mario Party games. Those have always been a blast. And I can't drive, so Mario Kart is totally out. Cannot do it. I'm not good at doing anything, but I still try and I fail while streaming. I think you're a lot better at things than you realize. I told you, you just need to go get yourself a diamond art canvas and you'll be fine. Come on, you can do this. Yeah, find you a good video game one. I'm right with you. Rage at games on. Yes, you do. You rage when you're not on stream. I enjoy watching some games with Unbreakable. Um, because I know I could never play them myself, so I live through him. Does that count? I like play games through him, because I know there's no way. So I do see a lot of games. I just can't actually play them myself. Yes, a lot more. A lot more colorful off stream. I'm surprised that you can control yourself that much on stream. Sometimes, I mean, I know how some of these games can be. I can only imagine. Part of me wants to stream tonight, but it's getting late. I know. Why does time go so fast on the weekends and so slow during the work week? I swear it takes forever. To clock out for the end of the day, but the weekend it's like blink, it's over. Like, really? Oh, son of a gun. I mean, I guess you could always do a short stream if you really wanted to stream, though, you know? I need some more wax here shortly. Yeah, time is flying, but it really is today. I don't think it's just been today. I think it's been this whole weekend. It's just flying. Do we have any more? 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. All right, I'm gonna jump over to my 3. Yeah, it's like a little after 9 here. You're in what, Central Time? So you're like an hour behind us, right? Yeah. It's a little later here than it is there. That's an R. Where did my R's go? There we go. Okay, so you're on the same time as me. So you're on Eastern time like me. Papers, Pots, and Whiskers. Yep. That'd be us. But aren't you happy? Like, I don't know about you, but I'm ecstatic that the days are getting longer and the sun is staying out longer. I hate this getting dark at, like 4:30 thing that we have in the winter. It stinks. I think I will just hang here and then go watch some diner. I gotta try and watch that. What channel did you say that was on? Because I've heard of that show, but I like cooking shows too. Like I like stuff like that too. I watch a lot of baking competitions too. I love baking competitions. Okay, Max. All right, I'll have to look. I need something to throw on while I'm at work tomorrow because I've been watching The Big Bang Theory over and over and over again. I think it's time to switch to something else. Maybe I'll try that for my background noise. For sure. I love it when it's bright out for longer. When it gets dark early, it feels like the days are so short. Yes. I don't like when you go into work and it's dark and you come out, it's dark. I mean, not that I go into work anymore because I work from home, but still. When I did work, I used to hate that. It was dark then dark. Okay, let's see. Let's flip her around. 47 seasons. Oh, yeah, I'd be good for a bit. And there we are. Always looking for something new to watch. My biggest problem is that I don't want to watch something that I'm going to get totally sucked into and need to have full attention on because then I will be like, yes, that's what he said. Because then I will never get my work done. Ooh, we got one that popped up right there. Every once in a while. He's what. Well, we'll come back to that one. Can fill that one in. Every once in a while, they pop up. I think they go by a different. I think their seasons are different than what other shows are. Like some things, some shows the seasons are only like 3 months old. This is so interesting. I've never seen that little liner. It is. It does help. I mean, don't get me wrong. There you have a little bit of struggles sometimes if the drills are just slightly bigger than it, and you know how that goes. Every once in a while, you get an oddball drill um, that doesn't want to cooperate. But for the most part, they just pop right out. And that one popped out though. And we'll just put this over here. Usually I do a space in between the two so that way I can get a perfect line up. Because as you line them up, man, everything is sticking. As you use this and as you go down, it slowly keeps pushing down. It doesn't always line up. Like it might line up good up here, but it won't like down towards the bottom. So when you skip a line, it's kind of like starting all over again. And it lines up perfectly. So I figured for the little bit I have to fill in, that's like nothing. This whole side. I must have missed some of the plastic right there. That's okay. We can do that next time. So then I fill this in manually. And pray I can do it nice and straight. Maybe the little bean seasons, winter, spring, fall. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like every 3 months. Well, if that was originally on the Food Network, then probably because the Food Network, it's all about like pushing out shows as fast as they can. I could with the, um, but I feel like without the stencil, they would go wonky on me. So I tend to just do it. I mean, I could, I guess. I haven't tried it like that. But I probably could use the placer on it. It's just my process, sorry. Or maybe they're not all the same. Like they aren't. There's like just like a random one. This is a W, that's a D, that's a W, that's a D, but the rest are all B's. So they're kind of scattered just enough. I figured it's easier just sometimes it's easier just to do it this way. And I tend to do the every other drill. Like, um, if you were to do a canvas on your own without the stencil and stuff like that, using what they call the checker system is another way you can try to get your drills straight. So naturally, I just kind of do that. I also do what I call little flowers when I don't use a stencil. I pretend like I'm making a flower, and then like say here, you got the 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So then you would put the one in the middle, it would make a flower. Like, does that make more sense? Yeah, that makes way more sense. That's why you're doing that. Yeah, it I don't know. The spacing helps you keep them straighter. I don't know. I don't know why it works. It just does. I don't know the science behind it. Or if it's just an illusion to the eye or what it is, but it does work. If I do a square drill, I tend to use that method because I don't have a stencil for that. I mean, I do have a stencil for that, but it does not work. It's horrible. It's the worst thing ever. Besides, I gotta keep those operation skills up, right? Remember? Put that back over there for right now. I do. I ordered another set of trays. Another set of trays. Yes, I did today, just because I gave my little nephew one because he wanted them. So I ordered another set today. I can't wait till they come. I can't live without these trays. They're my favorite thing in the whole world. Only now they come with lids. I'm like, how come they didn't come with lids when I bought them? Let's see. Let's see how fast we can get this one done, because it's not even a half. Like I said, I'm trying to get the 4 squares done. That way we're done in 4 sessions. Although I do honestly believe that I made this bigger than that. But we'll see. It's spring break for the kids there. They were out last week. You should cut the tiny silver. Oh yeah, the sliver I missed. Yeah, I probably should. But they're off tomorrow. Like I said, all of the schools are closed for the eclipse tomorrow. Where's my tweezers? There we go. Your OCD demands. Here. There's your OCD better now. I'll fill it in for you so you won't be so... I'm the same way though. Seriously. But yeah. I mean, like I said, how crazy it is. They're even... I even read on our local news that they're closing our banks for an hour just so everybody can go watch the 3-minute solar eclipse. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it would be cool. I mean, it's cool. It is a rare thing. It does have, but I mean, I think you're going a little overboard. So the solar eclipse is supposed to be the end of the world, I have heard. Who knows? We've lived through how many things that were supposed to be the end of the world? As long as it starts a little short. Right? Exactly. I mean, seriously. I think it's ridiculous how overboard they're going. I'm going to push that up there just a little bit. I swear I remember being in school during a solar eclipse and they're just like, don't look up. Like, okay. We still had to go to school. We didn't even get to go outside and look at it. Try to look at it. They're like, just don't look up. Go inside. Okay, really? Crazy. You goofballs. Just go outside and put in an Oreo cookie. Well, I swear we did something where they told us that we had to make something with a mirror in a box. I can't remember. It seemed like a lot of work, so I don't remember ever doing it. But I remember, I swear a couple people did it, so we would just use their. But I really honestly don't remember. I hear some hotels here in Ohio in the path have 9 to 10 price. Yeah, up their prices this weekend. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's a quick marketing scheme to try and get some extra money into the system. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's going to be beautiful, but like people just go overboard about everything. It's like all or nothing around here. Mm. Oh, I'm moving out of frame here. Sorry about that. Let me. Okay, your custom glasses here. Please sign this because these glasses will not protect you, right? I am too far north to see. Oh, you're in Wisconsin, right? Oh, yeah, yeah. Uh, well, they were saying that they may have misinterpreted the path, and that they may not be not as many people may be able to see it as they thought. They think it's a lot more narrow than what was originally supposed to be. It's like I think here, like I think Cleveland is supposed to be like 100% totality, but I think right here I think we're like 99% or something like that. Like close enough. Yeah, I'm in Nebraska, and that is too far north as well. We saw it a few years before COVID hit. Yeah, in the middle of it. Yeah, in the middle of Cleveland. I can't. No, I wouldn't even dare try to go up there this weekend. My daughter wanted to, and I was like, do you have any idea how horrible the traffic's going to be for 3 minutes? I mean, just to watch the sky for 3 minutes. Honestly, you probably get better views of it just by watching looking at other people's pictures later on. Yeah, we got to go north a little bit. My work handed out all kinds of glasses. I mean, it's cool, but it is not really that cool. How many cell phone cameras will be cooked? Yeah, exactly. Actually, I actually heard that they handed out instructions to like different companies who have their drivers to take precautions for tomorrow. I'm like, huh? Precautions for what? Like, I don't get it. Am I missing something about this whole big thing? Because it seems like people are acting like it's bigger than what it is, and I don't understand that. It's confusing me very badly. You can absolutely damage a camera sensor with. Oh, I bet. Yep, there'll be a. Hey, maybe that's why they're doing it. They figure the cell phone market needs a boost. They can raise the prices if everybody's cell phones break. Oh, you go in there. Why is the sun stronger? I'm not smart, but I'm not exactly sure how or what it does that makes it so dangerous either. I don't know if it's just the intensity or what it is. Mm. Is it because there is less sun so people think they can stare at the outline? Yeah, I'm sure that's what people are going to do, is stare at the outline. I don't think it's necessarily stronger, but it is easier to look at for a split moment before the full intensity blasts your eyes again. Yeah, that makes sense too. Come on, pop in that hole. There we go. So the outline just burns your brain, or more like your retinas. Burn them right out if you look at it, I guess. I don't know. I just hope that nobody gets hurt because of dumb people thinking they can look and drive at the same time. And that's what, bothers me, is the idea that there could be accidents because of this tomorrow. And someone could seriously get hurt. And all because of it. I accept the challenge for bringing nonsense. All right, you go. You go do that, and then when you can't see your video games, we'll try to help you figure out how to play them. Because I don't know if you'd be able to see them. They supposedly you're supposed to be, like, it could make you go blind, but I don't know if that's really 100% true. I guess it would depend on how long you looked at it. If it was like, quick, it probably wouldn't be so bad. The goggles have spoken. The sun is not more dangerous during the eclipse. What is dangerous is our curiosity to look at the sun for a longer amount of time. That makes sense. I didn't know about the eclipse until yesterday. Oh my gosh. The school system here has been sending out updates for since the school year started, since before the school year started, just talking about wanting the kids to be involved and, loving it and doing it, and because it's science and getting kids involved and all that stuff. And honestly, I think the kids are excited just not have to have school. Apparently the blue light is still intense. That would make sense too. Hey, look at me. Putting the wrong drills in the wrong spots again. Because my brain's going a million miles a minute. I'm having a night tonight, let me tell you. This is the second time I've done this tonight. Wait, okay, if there's blue light from the eclipse, I wear blue light glasses all the time for working on my computer. Would those work? I mean, I'm just curious. Because I can't look at the computer monitor for as long as I have to for work without blue light glasses, because my eyes do way too much searching. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. Very low. Got kids coming and going tonight. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's my, I don't know, it's not quite heavy duty and it's not quite sappy. It's kind of in the middle. And you know what I mean. A lot of it are like songs that I obviously grew up with and played when I was like in high school and stuff like that. Or college, you know, one of the two. I think originally I had made this playlist to be like a motivational music to like go do stuff to, and it just became my all the time playlist. I mean, I add and change and stuff like that, songs all the time, but I have different playlists for different things. I made one that's just specifically like musicals, and other ones that's just movie scores and stuff like that. Just depending on what I'm in the mood for, but I usually put this one on the most. But I have to add some stuff to it. I have some requests I need to add. I thought of a couple other songs I want to add to it, so I'm gonna work on that this week at some point. I was so busy working on my really cute emotes this weekend that I forgot about my playlist. Let's see. Behind, it's about the exposure. The land is a toad. Yep, sorry, I occasionally break out in singing too, just FYI. Isn't he cute? I love Snoopy so much. I've been a huge Snoopy fan my whole life. My when I was pregnant with my daughter, we even did baby Snoopy for my baby shower. It was adorable. It was the cutest thing ever. Oh, thank you. I know they're so cute. I was trying to find some fun ones. Honestly, I couldn't figure out how to do half that stuff if it wasn't for my husband, though, honestly, because, yeah, I'm not good at that stuff. He's fantastic at it. Honestly, I couldn't do half the things I do on here without him. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to go ahead. Hi, Nin. How are you? Yes, I'm still on. I'm making it a goal to try and get these done in 4 sessions. So we've divided the canvas into 4. So I have to do this square tonight. That's the plan. That is what I'm working on trying to do. We'll which I'm doing it. I mean, we're on the last square right now, so because I don't want to keep dragging them out, so we can do more and where's the one I was looking for? So so we can move on to other ones because I found my company finally left. That good, huh? Did you have family over or just friends? All right, what am I doing? Let's go to O. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, a friend stopped by. Oh, well, that's nice though. Yes, we have decided on a schedule. So we will be posting that. And obviously, if there's any changes due to, like, I don't know, the world ending after the eclipse or something like that, we'll let you know. All right, I think I got all those. I just figured that, now that I've kind of settled in a little bit better and I'm kind of getting the hang of this a lot better, that it was time to make an actual schedule. So that way you would know when I was going to be on and wasn't going to be on, and if you wanted to come hang out, you knew where I was. Have you ever heard of tray bricks? I don't know if I know it was something by that name. I'm wondering if that's the name of what I'm thinking of, but like, you mean like these? Okay, yeah, I have seen the stackable ones. I don't know why I like these ones. I guess it's because I found them first. Yeah. I've seen some of those, yes. I don't like having to open and close containers all the time. Um, like I said, I have problems with my hands with shakes and stuff like that, and that's just a lot more work to do with them. So I just like to um I liked these. I don't know. I like the not hassle. If you forget to drill, you just go grab one from over there. You don't have to worry about opening and pouring out a few. And if you pour out too many, then you got to pour them back in. I don't know. That just bothers me sometimes. I've, that's the way I started out, obviously. Now they have some anti-static thing in them. I don't work out of trays like that, but for people who do. But I get it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know everybody's got their own way of doing things. I've seen all different kinds of trays, and these ones are just the ones that work best for me. It's just like I I'm OCD about my lines being straight, but I myself cannot make the lines straight because I shake too much to do that. So that's why I use one of these metal stencils, which some people I would think you say they're more of a pain, but they don't really bother me. I use a EW or the art.tic-tac container for storage. Okay, I've seen those. There's a couple of other containers I thought about purchasing, but I haven't yet. I find myself going back to these trays all the time, which probably not the. I mean, they're starting to make them with lids now, of course, after I buy them, but for trays, it's cat proof trays all the way. I don't have a cat, so I don't have to worry about that. I am actually highly allergic to cats. I have a dog, but I film in my basement, and she is scared to death of my basement for some unbeknownst reason to us. We have never been able to get her down here unless we physically pick her up and carry her down here, which we've had to do during, like, tornadoes and stuff like that. I just like them because they don't have a spout and they come with lids. Yeah. Yeah, I think those are exactly the ones I was thinking about. I was thinking about purchasing those because I remember seeing them and I was like, those are really cool. I think that might be one of the things I may upgrade to in a little bit because I did like those. They're amazing and you can get different sizes too. Oh, I didn't know they came in different sizes. I thought they were all the same size. Hmm. Yeah, I think that is definitely something that is on my list to eventually purchase here to upgrade. Unfortunately, will I get a ping if I post? I don't think so. I don't know. My husband set up all that good stuff, so he's the one that manages this. Oh, darling, darling. You can always put it in my Discord if you want to, just in case. Not sure how strict the bot is here. Give it a try. I know I saw another two. Where'd you go? You're gonna make a liar out of me is what you're gonna do. Now I have to. Yes, my ring is spinning. It is a fidget ring. Isn't it cute? I've never seen one with little studs. um out of curiosity, um I don't know, do you want me to just call you House, or do you have a different name you prefer, or do you want me to say the whole thing? I know everybody's got different ways they like it, but I should have put it through a link thing. Yeah. Do you use wax or putty or glue dots, or like what is your adhesive of choice? Miss Alina? Okay. All right. Because I've tried multiple things and I have yet to find something I truly love. And now there's all this talk, like I was talking about earlier, this thing called alien putty. I'm like, what the heck is this stuff? And I just don't even understand how it would work. Patty wax, super sticky for wax, and butterfly effects. Huh. I have never heard of either one of those. I'm going to have to look into those because I prefer wax just because I feel like it's easier to work with. I have not had such good luck with putties in the past. And I've tried several and I don't like any of them. Butterfly Effects wears is a drier putty and seems to work better for hard place. That's what I am. I am a hard placer. I mean it. I am not a gentle. I'm like, push that thing down there. I'm going to have to definitely look into that then. Because it really does get tiresome having to reload all the time. I mean, I'll do it, but I don't have to do it quite so much. That would be fantastic. Just like I've tried the whole blue tack. I've tried the whole, what was the other stuff? Earthquake putty. I've tried Scotty's putty. Tried the glue dots. I don't like any of them. Yeah, so I tried putty today for the first time. I've been using just the wax it comes with, and it was a little hard to use. Yeah, see, I'm having a lot of trouble with it. You can add a little bit of cornstarch to other putties to dry them out a little bit, so it's not so sticky. Alien putty uses blue tack as a base, if I remember. Yeah, I was seeing all different ways they were making the alien putty, and honestly, it looked difficult to use. I mean, it just didn't seem like it would work as well as the other putties. I don't know. I was just watching people make it and I'm like, everybody seems to have their own way of making it, and I didn't really get it. And I wasn't really, I don't know, it just looked really hard to deal with. So I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna mess around with that either. Because it's like, I don't know, the person I saw was using it. One person made it and they used regular wax and like a regular putty and mixed them together. And then somebody else used blue tack and like the sticky adhesive, I don't want to say like a tape, but yeah, like a tape. And they like just kept cutting it with scissors into little things. It was a lot. I was like, And for patty wax, super sticky. You can scrape a little into your single placer and push it down. Huh. I'm going to have to check both of those out. I'm always looking for alternatives. It's like I said, I don't always enjoy having to constantly refill my pens, but I know I press really hard, and that's part of the problem as to why all the wax goes out of them so fast. And you have to reload it a bit because we are hard placers. Yeah, we are hard placers, definitely. Honestly, I don't know how to be soft and gentle about it. I couldn't even if I wanted to. I'm like, no, push those suckers down. I'm guilty of being a hard placer. Okay, good. So I'm not alone in this world because it sure does look like when you go on Instagram and stuff like that and TikTok, they just seem like they're such gentle placers and they just so gently put everything down. I'm like, I'm not like that. I'm like, push that sucker down. Like, I was like, am I the only person who does it this way? How did they get them to stick? I mean, yeah, really. Ensuring it's, yeah, exactly. How did they get it to make sure it's stuck on the canvas? I mean, like, I don't get it. I'd be afraid they'd fall right off. You're being a pain tonight. That is cute, Unbreakable. I like the emote. I'm glad that there's other ones. You also need a thin metal multi-placer from Diamond Art Club. I'm gonna have to look at theirs. I like this one. Been using it for a while. I think the biggest problem is like, well, I don't know. Does one of my handfuls of non-Mega Man? Oh, okay. Or even the thin plastic ones, those metal ones, like you're using, eat my drills. Actually, I know they have, like, sometimes seems like they shave off a little bit off the sides, and I've noticed that, but like not in a horrible way. But you know, you will notice some of it sometimes. Oh, you're being a pain. I wonder how different the effect is being round versus square. What do you mean? Wonder how different the. Like I said, I have a square one. I can't use it to save my life. It's weird. Come on. I didn't put tape on this one like I should have. The one I have upstairs has tape on it. For the thin multi-placer, I use it on both. For the thin metal Oh, okay. As far as the placer scraping the drills. I don't know. Like I said, I can't use the square one. It sucks. It's horrible. So I don't know how it is. I tried using it one time and I got frustrated with it and threw it in the drawer. Because I thought it was a joke. And then just went back to doing the squares the way I always did. For the thin metal multiplacer, I use it on both for squares and or. Huh. Are the ones from Diamond Art Club, those are the ones that they're a little more square on the bottom, aren't they? Like how this one's like a little more on the, oh, I don't know if you can say, you know, like more rounded. But theirs are like a little bit more square, right? I would go nuts with the ruler using. I like the little crunchy sound it makes. This one does make a crunchy sound though. Yeah, it doesn't make the little plopping sound like you do when you put it on a canvas straight. It makes a different sound. No, I still mean a line placer, but just different drill types. Are you talking about one of these, but for squares? Because that's what I'm assuming you're talking about, Unbreakable. Yes, I have one. It's horrible. I threw it in the drawer because it is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It does not work correctly. It is like I don't even know understand why they thought it would be why it would even be an option for doing square drills. It's horrible. Quicker, quicker. Their multi-placers sort of look a little more square, yes. But that's more of a design choice. It's not squared up. Okay, because I know I've seen those and I thought they looked really neat, that they were a little more on the square side. And I wasn't sure if that was just because they were more for the square drills, more designed to support them better than the round drills, or what exactly it was. I don't know much about Diamond Art Club. The ends are rounded like them. Okay. Um, I don't know too much about their products. I hear wonderful raves about their stuff, but they're just a little much for me as far as um, what I'm wanting to spend at this point in of time in my life right now. Um, Eventually, I would really like to try one, but until then, I have about a bazillion other ones. Yeah, I go through canvases actually very quickly. I prefer a 30 by 40 because then by the time I'm getting tired of it or bored with it, I move on to something. It's finished and I can move on to something else. I do primarily work with Diamond Art Club, and the dollar amount is worth it. You can find very affordable, smaller pieces on Amazon. I do. I have seen some, and I do purchase stuff off Amazon. And I'm not sure if any of the ones I purchased actually were from Diamond Art Club. It's possible they were. I just found things that I liked and bought them. I don't think I ever even looked to see who the seller was that I bought them from, but I have bought quite a few from Amazon. I can go into sales pitch of how much better they look than the others, but I'll save it. The quality alone is worth the price tag. I get it. And to each his own. Like I get, I've seen them. They are beautiful, definitely. Um, I'm pretty content with what I do. Like I said, I would like to try one eventually. Um, I just, I don't know. I like, I don't buy anything I don't like. It has to say something to me. I don't care who it's by. If it doesn't say something to me, I'm not going to buy it. But I get only being able to form. Yeah, basically. I mean that's a lot of it too. So yeah, hopefully one day I'll get a chance to try them out. But right now I've got such you're definitely shop specifically by the art you want. Yes, I'm very picky about what kind of art it is. If it's got to say something to me, I don't just I mean, it's really got to speak to me. I think my biggest gripe is that the less expensive ones steal artwork and pass it off as their own. Oh, I see what you're saying. The whole Yeah. I can't think of the word right now. Or AI, which also rubs artists. I see. Yeah, okay, yeah, the ones that are oh my gosh, why can't I think of the word? I know what you're talking about though. I can't think of the word. Licensed. And that way I'm curious what revenue split they actually give artists. Yeah, me too. I am kind of curious what the artists actually get out of them. So part of the price tag is that is built in to licensed companies is that they pay the artists. The one license shop I buy from does 25% of sales to their. Oh, okay. Every marketplace. I always think about that with my games. Different shops give different percentages. Yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah, it's good to hear that it definitely that it's a fair amount. I mean, this is them making their livelihood. I mean, I don't think I could fit any more sixes. We're gonna jump back into fives. I think Diamond Art Club does a lower percentage, but does a higher volume of sales, so it kind of levels out. That's probably true because it does seem like Diamond Art Club it does have quite a huge following. I think it is one of the biggest diamond art companies out there. Yeah, huge. It is the largest in the world. Yeah, I kind of figured it was somewhere. It's the one you hear about the most from um everybody and everywhere. So they also have like the most advertising that I've seen anywhere too. You don't see too much advertising from the smaller companies. Which canvas is your favorite canvas you've done? Oh my goodness, I could never pick one. Um, honestly, I really couldn't. I honestly do like some of the. I don't have them anymore. I made them for gifts, but I did do some of the custom make your own canvas ones that I did for family for Christmas, and I just thought they came out so cool because I took one of their photos and had it turned into a diamond art, and they loved it, and it came out really nice. I was really pleased with how well that worked, and they really loved it. My favorite one I've done was snack size paint the moon. Paint the moon. Hmm, that sounds cute. I'm back here. Come on, guys. We're almost done. Once you go, I know that I can't take no more. It ain't no lie. Any other fours before I jump into my three? Oh, that's nice. I've always wanted to do those personalized ones. I want to do one of my cat and dog. Everyone on AliExpress does amazing work on customs. I literally just saw that one on there the other day. I thought that's sharp. I just made my first purchase from AliExpress today, so I'm excited to see how they are. It was something I've been looking for, have not been able to find, and I was really excited to see it on there, or basically what I was looking for on there. So Yuacan is a great and inexpensive diamond paint dealer on AliExpress, and the quality is good too. They just switched from DSA to... Oh, okay. I'm not sure who I went through. Actually, I think at the time I went through somebody through Amazon. So I'm not exactly 100% sure now who it was that I went through, because that was a couple of years ago. I don't buy unlicensed, but I know which are the good ones. um yeah, and I actually got my sister-in-law got me a custom diamond painting that I haven't done yet of my puppy for Christmas this year. I'm not sure where she got it from either, but I haven't put that one together yet. So I think customs are kind of nice because I like how you can personalize them. But as far as a perfectly favorite piece, I don't know that I have an absolutely 100% positive, absolute favorite positive piece. How many times did I say that in a row? How does it not just take all the diamonds off when you lift it? I'm waiting with... It actually doesn't. They actually just pop right off. You have a few that might pop here and there if they're not the right size. But yeah, usually they just come right off. I know a lot of people say that. They're like, how does that just not fall off? And I don't know. It works. I've been using a stencil. Oh gosh, I think last at least 2 years now. I've been using one. So it took a while to figure out the best way to do it. And there are different sizes of canvases. So if you want to use a stencil, you got to make sure you have the right size stencil. Most diamond paintings are a 140, but they can be a 140.5 and a 141. But the majority are 140. So I made sure I had all three in case I ran into one that was a different size. Let's see here. Gotta find a good angle. There we go. And I might have like a couple here and there that will start lifting, but and obviously you have to do it slow. You can't just like rip it off. If I didn't put the drill down the right way, then like sometimes I put them down and they're a little crooked. So they don't want to pop out. that one popped out. But that's it. Do you leave the row between the two open? Yeah, I do it on purpose. That's a personal choice. You don't have to do that. Come here, you. You were that one that popped off earlier that I was looking for. Come here, you. You're not supposed to be there. I have never had one break. And the one, I have two different areas I do diamond art. I have my streaming area down here and the project I do on stream. And then I have personal projects that I do upstairs in my office. And the one I have in my office, I've had for 2 years and I've never had a break. I mean, I've never had a problem with it breaking. I've never had a stencil break on me yet. I mean, you can't just like rip them off, but yeah, no, I've never had a problem with any of them breaking. They get a little bent up occasionally, which is nothing because you just flatten them back out just like anything else. Yeah, it's a personal choice. I fill it in by hand. It's just how I do it. You're supposed to be able to butt it right up against it, and sometimes they line up, but sometimes they won't line up down towards the bottom. So it's easier just to like skip a row and start fresh each time. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's the way I've done it for so long that I don't know. It's just like, square drills. I cannot use a placer with square drills. I am not kidding when I tell you I do any canvas with square drills with these. Yep. I will do a whole canvas with tweezers. And I don't know why, but it's the way I've always done it. And that's probably another reason why I don't do a whole lot of square drilled ones. And I don't know. I can't grasp the whole placers with the square. It's just like it doesn't work for me for some reason. And I don't know if that's just me. Well, no, it is just me. So yeah. And then, you got someone like me who's handshake on top of it. They come out quite interesting. I think that should be a stretch goal for the channel. Whole canvas with tweezers. Are you kidding me? Do you know how long that would take? Not to mention, you'd have to bring down my magnifying glass because there is no way I could see to do it without them. And it doesn't fit. The magnifying glass does not fit on this desk. It's the lip is too wide for it. I think the rest of these are B's. I do love doing this though. I mean, this is my favorite hobby ever. I've never thought I would find a hobby that I fit into. I can't draw. Piece I'm wearing 50 by 70, the largest. Ooh, that is big. Yeah, I've never done a canvas that big. That would take me like, I don't even know how long to do. If I were to do it with tweezers, oh my gosh, can you imagine? No way. But yeah, I'm glad to have found something that I can do that is a stress reliever, that I enjoy, it creates art. It's like a lot of things all at once, and I love doing it. I've always been like a big coloring person. I've always colored because I can't draw. I cannot draw to save my life. But I've always been good at like coloring and paint by numbers and stuff like that. Um, I used to win all the coloring contests back when I was in elementary school and middle school. They used to do them. They were on our spelling tests. I would fail the test because I can't spell, but I always won the coloring contest. I was looking at one that was that big, and it's beautiful, but I'll be there for 7. Yeah, exactly. Me too. 50 by 70 is usually about 45 hours to finish. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Okay, so that's quite a bit. That's like your full-time job and then some if you went like a full straight. What, the one that I did previous to this one or the one I did previous to this one was a 30 by 40, which is what the majority of my canvases are. I have a I have one I think I have one that is very large, but I don't remember how big it is, and I haven't worked on it yet. But I think it's pretty big. What the heck? How big is this one? Just curiosity's sake. I have to look at this one. I am kind of curious how big this one is. It doesn't say though, like on the outside. Hang on one second. Ugh. I don't know if it'll, like, I can't read the outside of it. This was a gift as well. Let me see, how big is it? I don't know. It's very, very, very long. Okay, like, this is the biggest one I own, and it's like huge. And I have yet to work on it. So it's humongous. But it doesn't actually say what size it is. And it was a gift from my mother-in-law for Christmas one year. But it's really, really big. And I have yet to work on something that big. You have a good night. It was great to talk to you. Ugh. All right, let's finish up these few here, and then we are gonna be done for the night. You can find. Good night. Good night. Good night. Looking for answers. I'll be chasing you down. Where you gonna hide when it all comes down? All right, guys. Look at that. I made my goal. I got one of the sections done, and so cool, right? I would say I'm going faster on this one, but I really don't know if that's true. My combined one was 18 hours. Okay, and we did that in 6 sections, so we're definitely on a faster roll this time. At least for right now. I think because there was so much you know, block coloring that it really, you know, went a little bit faster. So yeah. Thank you very much. I like Tinkerbell. I wanted to do somebody a little bit different. I love the colors. That green looks really nice. Yeah, it really does. I was a little upset because my washi tape for the outside is more of a green blue than a green yellow, so I didn't think it would look good. So I'm trying, this is the first time I ever tried glitter washing tape, and I was afraid that the glitter was going to come off everywhere, but it hasn't. So I thought that this would make the hair pop a little bit more, you know? I just like the idea that they're silhouettes too, you know? They're not um you know, just full on regular pictures. And I like that they have, I don't know if you can see, but down here, I don't know if by detail you can tell, but these are supposed to be like Peter Pan and Wendy and stuff like that flying. So they're supposed to have like other things that go with the story at the bottom, like in, you know, into the in the bottom of the dress. Because I have, oh my gosh, how many of these do I have? I think I have every princess. The close-up looks accurate. The overhead camera is a bit muted compared to real life. Yeah, I think it's the backlight too. Yeah, I think I have like all of the princesses in this um in this like format. I have only done a few. um I have a lot to go yet as far as if to complete all of these ones that I bought, which was a small investment, but I'm glad that I did it at the time because they were just so pretty. I couldn't help myself. So I have, yeah, like I said, I don't even know how many I have. I've got every princess you can think of, except for, well, I don't know if she's a princess or not. Except for like Wish, I think I got all the way up to Moana and back. So yeah. And I have a couple of the random other ones that are kind of in the same format, but they're not princesses. Like I have Jack Skellington. I did the genie. I did the beast. Um, I have the Lion King. So I kind of just like went through and did like this whole collection, and then I started getting other stuff, and so now I alternate depending on what I feel like doing at the time. So because our last canvas was very confetti based, this one is a little more block coloring. I like that. It's trying to switch it up a little bit. So, but okay. Sure. Okay, guys. Well, I think that does it for me tonight. It was really great hanging out with all of you, and I hope you all enjoyed watching this little bit. We did the kit up first, and then we did our first corner. So I will have my schedule posted soon. And I hope to see you all next on the next stream. Until then, you guys have a great night and watch out for the solar eclipse tomorrow for those of you in the way. And